Now I invite uh, Mrs. K. Priya for his speech on healthcare entrepreneurship. Mrs. K. Priya, working as a assistant professor at Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Faculty of Management Science. That is Faculty Ramachandra, Faculty of Management Science, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. She completed her graduation in BBM in Gobi Arts and Science College, affiliated to Bharathiar University, and post-graduation MBA in 2004 at Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Chennai. Started her career in Malar Hospital, Chennai, and later moved to Coimbatore, worked as a faculty in Dr. NGP Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. Spent a decade in Singapore and actively participated in community events, served as health ambassador, health promotion board, worked as junior administrator, Ministry of Health Singapore. In 2015, she joined Sri Ramachandra Hospital, later moved to Faculty of Management Sciences, handling management courses, medical tourism, and entrepreneurship courses as a core theory and MOOC based, mock based foundation courses in entrepreneurship, offering it is it as a general elective for various disciplines, that is allied health sciences, physiotherapy, sports medicine, microbiology, biomedical sciences, and nutrition. She is serving as alumni and Fit India coordinator, initiated various talks and webinars, mentoring students in various events organized by Entrepreneurship Development Innovation Institute, participated FDPs from various reputed institutions. There is Rural Entrepreneurship by Mahatma Gandhi University, Telangana, Design Thinking from Identification of Feasibility by Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, organized by AICT Training and Learning Academy, Vadvani Foundation, Bangalore, successfully completed 8 years in Coursera. She is having 5 years experience in academic and 3.5 years in experience in industry, healthcare industry. Uh, I'm very happy to invite Mrs. Priya for your speech. This forum is yours. Please continue.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful introduction. Thanks for the opportunity given to me. Now I'm going to share my screen. Can you enable the screen option to me?
How it is possible?
Let me check. Yes, sir. I'm so happy to be a part of the colloquium because my classmates are here, Harini, Somasundram. So 3 of us are classmates. I'm so happy that they are also the part of the colloquium. Now you can able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So today's agenda goes like this, like entrepreneur. So I'm just going to give an overview about the entrepreneur and some of the story of successful entrepreneurs and what are the qualities required to become as an entrepreneur and some checklist I'm going to share with you and value proposition canvas and lean canvas. Like if time permits, I will share these things or else I will give you the overview about these points. Before going into the agenda, like, can you, one second, I'll go to menti.com. Like participants, go to menti.com, www.menti.com and use the code 74872508. Okay, just type in what comes to your mind when you hear the term entrepreneurship. What comes to your mind, you can start giving your answers. Again, I repeat, go to www.menti.com and use the code 74872508 and you can give your responses. Okay, like what comes to your mind when you hear the term entrepreneurship?
Ma'am, please repeat the code, ma'am. One more time.
7487.
Okay, ma'am.
508.
Thank you, ma'am.
Go to www.menti.com and use the code 74872508. Can you able to see my screen? Can you able to see my screen now?
I can see your screen. Yes, ma'am. I can see.
Fine. Yeah, creating own businesses, good. Okay. To give value, very good. Okay, only 2 responses so far. Any other answers? Work, okay. So far, I have received only 3 responses. Any other answers? Okay. So very good, like creating own businesses, okay, and to give value, okay. So these are all the, I mean, the ideas like coming to your mind, right, when you hear the term entrepreneurship. Very good. So I'll go back to my presentation once again. Now you can able to see my PowerPoint, right? Can you able to see my PowerPoint?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Moving to the, the healthcare entrepreneurship. So Joseph Schumpeter, he's the father of entrepreneurship and innovation. Okay, so his work actually, okay, so he coined the term entrepreneurship and innovation. The word entrepreneur originates from the 13th century French word, okay, it is from French word entreprendre, okay, meaning to do something, okay, the entrepreneur, they used to do something or to undertake. Okay, so there is an interesting finding, the last benchers, they become the entrepreneurs, they are the risk lovers. There is a study conducted and it was the finding, okay, those are the last benchers, okay, like they are ready to take the risk, okay, those are the risk takers, okay, so they become more entrepreneurs rather than the others, okay, so it is an interesting findings, okay. Yeah, entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business. Somebody answered through Mentimeter, right? So new business bearing most of the risk. Okay, these people are the risk takers. Okay, so they are the risk lovers, we can say, and enjoying most of the rewards. Okay, like why we are insisting more about entrepreneurship nowadays? Because rather than creating employees, if we create, the entrepreneurs. Okay, like they become the employer and they generate, or they provide the employment opportunities for more number of people. Okay, so that's why, nowadays you can see like a lot of ideas coming up, and, the government is also giving lot of benefits. Okay, so Entrepreneurship Development Innovation Institute, EDIA is also there. They are also taking lot of measures to create more entrepreneurs. Okay, so the government is also promoting. Okay, rather than working as an employee, you can become as an entrepreneur. You give job opportunities, and the economy of the country will also develop. Okay, so that is the basic idea. The government is also insisting or emphasizing to create more entrepreneurs. Okay, so the entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator. Okay, so innovating new ideas. Okay, like coming up new ideas. Lot of models I can give you. Simple ideas, tech startups. Okay, like Swiggy. They are not owning anything, but they are making good amount of returns, and they are not owning anything. They are just the mediator or coordinating, in between. Okay, like in between the restaurants and the people who want to have their food, right? So they are just mediators. Okay, like they are not owning anything. Okay, so it's like a tech startup, right? With the technology, they just innovated. They come up with the idea, and they disrupt. We can say disrupt innovation. Okay, and source of new ideas. Okay, if you are not, if your idea should be innovative. Okay, otherwise what will happen? You have to identify whether the need is there or not. If the need is not there, people enter into the entrepreneurship and they failed. Okay, without doing such analysis. Okay, like you have to do a lot of groundwork before venturing your startup. Okay, so new ideas must be there. Goods and services and business or procedures. Okay, like you must be unique. So no one should be there in the market. Like this, you have to think in that perspective, and you have to innovate yourself. Okay, so innovative ideas, definitely it will take you to heights. Yeah. This is effectuation. Okay, it's effectuation is a term. This principle was given by Sara Saraswati. Okay, so she describes an approach to making decisions and performing actions in an entrepreneurship process. Okay, her principle, she gave us some 5 principles. I'm going to share with you. That is very, very important. Whatever things you have, you can start. Start up your venture. That is the idea behind it. Okay, so where we identify the next best step by assessing the resources available. What are the resources available within your limits? Okay, you can start up and you can proceed further. That is the she did the she interviewed a lot of successful entrepreneurs, and like she came up with some 5 principles. Okay, like I'm going to share with you. And she also one of the top 18 entrepreneurship professors. Okay, like her theories are very best, we can say. Laws are not, most of the people are following her model, and these are all the efforts taken by Sara Saraswati. Okay, so what are the principles I'm going to share? Next 5 principles. She interviewed the successful entrepreneurs and she came up with the principles. Okay, so you can also follow these principles. Okay. So first step, bird in hand principle. Okay, so whatever the means, whatever the resources you have, you start with that. Okay, I'm also going to share with the successful entrepreneurs, those who have, how they started or initiated their venture. I'm going to give a live example also with you. Okay, so bird in hand principle, start with your means. Who am I? You have to know. Okay, like opportunity discovery or self-discovery, you have to discover about yourself. What are your strength and weakness? Okay, so in which area I'm strong. Okay, so you have to identify about yourself. That is the first thing. What I know. Okay, so what is your passion? Before effectuation, we used to talk about the flow. What comes to your mind? Okay, something, subconsciously we'll be thinking of some areas. I want to do something to this. Okay, like various types of entrepreneurship are also there. Social entrepreneurship, like you want to do something to the community, giving back to the community. You can also do some social entrepreneurship. Okay, so what is there in your subconscious mind? Okay, like you just ignite that. Okay, think of that. Okay, what you know, you do with that. Whom I know. Okay, who are all the people? You just, what you can do in while handling the session to my students, I used to tell. Okay, you do observation. Okay, wherever you go, you just observe them and you interview them. Okay, like you will be getting more inputs. Okay, rather than going to the going an approach to the known circle, go to the strangers and you will be learning lots of things. Okay, and imagine possibilities that originate from their roots. Okay, so what are the possible things I can bring out? Okay, so bird in hand principle, whatever the means you have, with that you start. Okay, yeah, that is the principle of bird in hand. Start with who you are, what you know, and whom you know. That is the simple principle borrowing hand. Okay. Second one, affordable loss. Okay. So I'm ready to lose my money. Okay, so I'm going to learn mistakes. Okay, learning from the mistakes. That is very, very important thing. Okay, focus on downside risk. So I'm going to lose this much of money. Fine. Okay, so what I learned from that. Okay, learn from your mistakes. That is the first step. And limit risk by understanding what they can afford to lose at each step instead of seeking large or nothing or opportunities. Okay, so choose goals and actions where there is upside, even if the downside ends up happening. Okay, learn from your mistakes. That is the ultimate objective of the affordable loss. Okay, invest what you can afford to lose. Okay, so I'm going to lose some 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees. Okay, fine. So what did you learn from that? That is important. Okay, so this principle tells about affordable loss. Okay. Lemonade principle, leverage contingencies. Okay, so invite the surprise factor. Okay, embrace and leverage the surprises. Okay, so that is the ultimate principle or the mantra of lemonade principle. Okay, what if scenarios to deal with worst case scenarios. Okay, like opportunity, turn the problems into the opportunities. That is the the one of the best quality of the entrepreneurs. Okay, so identify the problem and you have to turn it as opportunities. Okay, experts interpret bad news and surprises as potential clues to create new markets. Okay, so interpret. Okay, so the bad things, it will tell you some what to say, like okay, like you have to take clues from the problems. Okay, so that is the simple thing. Okay, this is about the lemonade principle. Okay, and patchwork quilt. Okay, it is like partnering with the stakeholder itself. Okay, so build partnership with self-selecting stakeholders. Okay, so if you have some coffee shop and some people are coming, become the customer become loyal customers. Take partnering the customers with you, and you can scale up. Okay, so that is patchwork quilt. Obtain pre-commitments from these key partners early on in the venture. And experts reduce uncertainty and co-create the new market. Okay, so uncertainties will be there, and like we have to reduce the uncertainties and we have to co-create the new market. Okay, so build a network of self-selected stakeholders. Okay, so that is the principle. Okay, it's a mantra of principle. Pilot in the play, control versus predict, co-create the future. Okay, like focus on activities within their control. And expert entrepreneurs know their action will result in the desired outcomes. Okay, so the future is neither found nor predicted, but rather made. Okay, like we can able to control or we can able to predict it. Okay, or else like we can able to make the entire journey of the entrepreneurship. Okay, so these are the 5 principles, effectuation principles given by Sara Saraswati, and it's very famous, and people are started using these 5 principles, and they started up their venture. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts? Any queries you have until this? Any questions you have? Okay. Can you identify who is this person? In a healthcare profession, we all must know the person plays a vital role in healthcare entrepreneurship. Or any one of you can tell me the name of the person? We all should know. He's a legend. His model is world famous. Can someone guess? Anyone tell me?
Shall I answer for this?
I think we expect answer from participants, sir.
One clue you can give, na?
again, right? So the legendary person and models across the world, they will be looking at his model.
Ophthalmological model.
Yes. Okay, no responses so far. Yes, sir, you can go ahead.
Dr. Venkateswamy actually is
Dr.
the
V,
founder.
right? Yeah, Dr. V, basically they used to tell. Okay,
Dr. Venkateswamy is the founder chairman
Aravind.
for Aravind Eye Hospital. He is the founder chairman.
Exactly. Yes.
Actually, we can say he's a very good entrepreneur because though he's suffered because of this leprosy, he founded that organization. He didn't build the
Yes.
hospital for leprosy. He built the hospital for ophthalmology. Why? Because the cataract is the major problem in Madurai and around. So he constructed that particular hospital at Madurai.
That too, he started after his retirement.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Dr. G. Venkateswamy, like rightly mentioned by Jairaj Shigar sir, Dr. G. Actually, in short, they used to call us Dr. GV, right? So, founder of Aravind Eye Care System, started with 11-bedded hospital. Okay, like just 11 beds he started, and now you all know, like it is like spread across, the India, right? So these are all the branches we can see, right? So just he started with 11 beds. Okay, and he also adapted the McDonald's model. Okay, like service efficiency, how efficiently they used to deliver the fast food in McDonald's. The same concept he adopted in the eye care system, and he did a lot of surgeries. Okay, they perform number of like in what to say in millions. Okay, like lot of surgeries he did, and they also have LICO, right? So it is the legendary person we can say in healthcare entrepreneurship. So every one of us must know about Dr. GV and his model. Okay, so if time permits, I have a video also I can also play. Okay, if time permits. Okay, it goes around 15 minutes, or else I'll share the link. You all can look into it. Okay, so they adopted the McD's model. Okay. Yeah. Who is this person? Can anyone tell me? What is the name of the person? He hails from Coimbatore. He is also like legendary person we can say. Yes, no answer from the rest. I mean the participants. Anyone want to try? Any speakers? Harini? You want to be? Yeah. Have you identified who is this?
Oh, sorry, I just logged in. My phone got disconnected. No, I am. Is it the Ramraj Natarajan by any chance?
No.
Oh, I'm not able to see his face clearly. No, sorry.
Okay. Jairat sir?
Idea, Priya. I don't have any idea.
Do you want to give us a clue?
He have a chain of laboratory services.
Is it Reddy Labs?
Not Reddy Labs.
Who else has in India?
Thyrocare. Founder of Thyrocare.
Okay.
Velumani, Thyrocare, he's the founder of Thyrocare, hails from small village near Coimbatore. Okay, so he, these are all the inputs given by Mr. Velumani. Okay, like 4Gs, guts, you must have a guts. If you want to become as an entrepreneur, you must have a guts, grits, grit, and glory. Okay, so these are all the 4Gs mantra given by Velumani, Mr. Velumani. Like you can also adapt. Okay, start from 0 to 0 and beat hero. Okay, so that was the thing he even followed. And romancing with risk is the most enjoyable thing in life. Okay, like you have to enjoy the risk. Okay, so learn from the each and every step you take. Okay. started with 2 lakhs of money. Now worth, Thyrocare is worth of 39,000 crores. Okay, so it is also listed in National Stock Exchange. And if you do what you have studied, you will survive. Okay, so if you do what you have not studied, you will be the leader. Okay, so keep this in mind. And he also given the 3 T's: trust, truth, and transparency. Definitely it will take you to the heights. Okay, trust, truth, and transparency. Okay, so these are all the inputs given by the Mr. Velumani. And he also have the, he adopted or he had the franchisee model. I don't know how many of you are aware of the franchisee. Can anyone tell me what is the franchisee model? He adopted in the healthcare and he is quite successful. I think across the country, I think they have around 10,000 units, 1,000 outlets across the country. Can anyone tell me what is the franchisee model? Okay, no issues. Like franchisee model means like it is Thyrocare under like we have to pay some those who want to take the franchisee, like they have to pay money to the franchisor. Okay, here the franchisor is Thyrocare, like we have to make a payment to the Thyrocare, and you can have set up your laboratory services. Okay, so that is the franchisee model. Name everything is the owner will be like Thyrocare. Okay, so the proprietorship, everything is Thyrocare. Okay, only thing we have to give the franchisee fee or license fee to the Thyrocare, and then we can set up our own, under the name of the Thyrocare we can have. Okay. Who is this person? So, as a healthcare professional, we all must know these 3 legends. Yes. Any guess? She's from Bangalore. I have picked, everyone from southern part of southern part of India. We all must know these personalities, these legends. Any idea? She's the founder of? Okay. So she's the founder of Biocon. Okay, Kiran Mazumdar. Okay, founder of Biocon. She started Biocon with a seed capital of just ₹10,000. She started with 10,000, and now she's worth the US dollar $46 billion worth. Okay, Biocon in September 2020. Okay, in 2019, she was listed as the 68th most powerful women in the world by Forbes. Okay, such a powerful or successful women we can say. Okay, in healthcare. Yeah. I think 3 successful personalities. They started with small setup. Okay, small venture, and now they landed up with they are the legends we can say in entrepreneurship. Okay, so it is very, very important. Like you can also go through the case studies, the Aravind model. Okay, if you Google for it, you will be getting it. Okay, so like each one of us must learn the cases given by the Aravind. Okay, Aravind, it's there in some of the books also. Okay. Yeah. With this, these are all some of the stories of successful entrepreneurs. So what are the qualities required to become as an entrepreneur? Okay, like hard work. Okay, without hard work, it is very difficult to become a successful. Okay, for any kind of task, we have to put out hard and smart work. That is also important. Okay, and business acumen and sincerity. Okay, like we have to be sincere. We have to follow the ethical practices. Some of the organization will go, will do the unethical practices, avoid doing such things, follow the ethical practices, okay, give values to the ethos, okay, so those are all very, very important, okay. We should not do harm to any others, okay. Prudence, okay. Achievement motivation, okay. These are some of the qualities. Highly optimistic. Okay, so nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. Okay, like we have to have a positive mindset. Then only we can able to achieve anything in our life. Okay, keen foresight, planning and organizing ability. Okay, so this is very, very important. I don't want to give more emphasis on these things, planning and organizing. Processes are there in design thinking. Okay, how you must be innovative. Okay, your idea must be innovative. Then only customers will buy your product or service. Okay, risk taking. I have mentioned about this risk taking. You must be a risk taker. Okay, definitely you will get the reward. Okay, so how much risk you are taking, definitely you are going to get the rewards. And secrecy maintenance, that is very, very important. Okay, if you are not maintaining secret, definitely people are there to copy easily, right? Public relation, develop your PR skills. Okay, good with people. Okay, definitely it will help you. Communication skill, you all know, like we have to communicate well. Okay. Yeah, these are all some of the qualities of entrepreneurs. Okay. And a 10-point checklist for entrepreneurial success. These are all some of the sayings. I just want to give emphasis on this. Okay. So first thing, you must have a desire. First you feel the desire, fuel the desire, then the desire will fuel you. Okay, given by Napoleon Hill. And belief. Okay, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are probably right. Given by Henry Ford. And ability to learn quickly. You must empty your cup to fill your mind. Okay, so given by Chinese proverb, it's a Chinese proverb. And work ethic, the harder the work, the luckier I get. Okay, so that is the another checklist for entrepreneurial success. And accountability. Okay, so the fish stings first from the head. Okay, and tolerance from risk, take calculated risk. Okay, so this is quite different from being rash. Okay, calculating, you must be a calculative in taking the risk. Integrity, one of the truest tests of integrity is its blunt refusal to be compromised. Okay, so the last one, false perseverance, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Okay, learn from your mistakes. Okay, so these are all the some of the checklist or 10-point checklist for entrepreneurial success. Okay, we'll move on to the next. So value proposition canvas, VPC. Okay, so the value proposition canvas, it is a tool actually. I'm going to share you the template of VPC. So it will be helpful if you want to venture your ideas. Okay, VPC is a tool which can help ensure that the product or service is positioned around what the customer values and needs. Okay, so whatever the product or service you are coming out, there must be a need for it. If that need is not there, definitely the people will fail. Okay, so the need, whatever the need, okay, so the value, okay, like you have to create a value to the customers and there must be a need. Okay, so the VPC was initially developed by Dr. Alexander Osterwalder as a framework to ensure that there is a fit between the product and market. If there is unfit, definitely people will fail in their product or service. Okay, like the product, the fit should be there. Okay, before venturing your idea, like next slide, I'm going to show you the template. Take A3 sheet and start plotting the VPC canvas. Okay, so I'm going to share, talk about the template. So how to plot the template. So this is the value proposition canvas. Okay, so this must be, the product and services must be mapped with the customer jobs. What are the customer jobs? What are the expectation or needs for the customer? Okay, this product or services must be mapped with customer jobs. And gain creators, what are the gain your product or service is going to create? Okay, so it must be mapped with the gains. And pain relievers, what are the pain points of the customer? Accordingly, you have to plot or map your ideas. Okay, pain relievers. After using your product or service, the customer feel happy. Okay, so you must map with the pains with the pain relievers. Okay, so this is the value proposition canvas. I will, share one example. So this is the VPC for Uber. Okay, taxi. We all know Uber taxi, right? So this is the value proposition canvas of Uber. So these are all the customer jobs. Previously, before Uber, came into existence, these are all the experience of the customer. Okay, so customer jobs: contact a good taxi service. Okay, like if I want to travel, okay, what I will be doing? I'll be looking for the good taxi service, right? Those who are offering the good taxi service, I'll be looking. I will be trying to contact the service provider. Then control cost for the ride. So next, what I'll be doing? I'll be checking how much you are going to charge, or how much is the kilometer, right? So previously we all had the experience, right? So how much? What is the charge you are going to fix for each kilometers? And wait for the cab for some unknown amount of time. Will not be knowing how long we have to wait for the the taxi, right? So the waiting time will not be known, and pay for the trip. So after once the trip gets over, we'll be paying the money. Okay, so these are all the customer jobs. Okay, so this is how they map. And so this customer jobs will be mapped with the product and services. Okay, then what the Uber did? Passenger mobile app. Okay, so they came up with the application mobile app. Okay, then Black Cab, Uber Pop and Uber X. Okay, so these are all the some of the categories of taxis, the Uber they had. The customers, they can able to pick as per their wish. Okay, so these are all the customer jobs to be done, and this is mapped with the product or services. The Uber, they came out with the idea. And what are the pain points, the passengers they used to have? Low cab availability. Okay, so the availability is not there. Need to book a cab in advance. They have to spend some time and they have to book in advance. Bad drivers. Sometimes drivers may not be friendly with the passenger. Issues with payment for the taxi service. Okay, like they may face the payment. Okay, coming to the payment, they may face some issues. Okay, so these are all the pain points before the existence of Uber. Okay, like these are all the pain relievers. Flawless automatic payment. Okay, like it will be synced with our account will be synced with the Uber. Then it becomes a flawless, right? They can make the payment. And driver ratings, right? So we all experience these, right? The Uber service. We can able to give 5-star or 4-star depending upon the service provided by the driver. 24/7, 365 days, round the clock, we'll be getting the service, availability of cabs, and arrival or travel time prediction, right? So with the help of GPS, we can able to identify where our taxi is coming. Okay, so it is coming in 2 minutes, 1 minute, right? So it is going to reach. So these things are possible. These are all the pain relievers. It becomes a seamless experience for the passengers, right? So these are all the pain points. It is mapped with the pain relievers. So like this, what you have to do for your product or services, you have to identify first thing. These are all the customer perspective. This is our perspective as an entrepreneur perspective. Okay, coming to the next, gains. Track your cab. Okay, one-click order or cancellation. Okay, 0 time on payment, and trusted driver. Okay, so these are all the gains. Okay, so here they even created the game creators. Navigate your trip on the map. Okay, like you can do all the navigation and automatic credit card payment. Okay, so these things are possible. They created, the Uber created these gain points. The ability to manage all trip details on a single platform. Okay, rating system. Okay, so they came up with a rating system. Even you can share your trip to your your relatives or friend. Okay, so that you feel safe, right? So these are all the game creators created by the Uber. Okay, so now we are also experiencing the Uber, right? So seamless experience. Okay, so this is how we have to prepare the value proposition canvas. Okay, any doubts here? Any questions you have? Any questions? Okay. So this is the fit, okay? Product market fit, like whether our product or services is going to meet the customer needs. Okay, so this BPC help us to plot. Okay, yeah. So moving to the next, the lean canvas. Okay, so the lean canvas is a one-page business plan template. Okay, previously they used to build prepare the business plan for a number of pages, like it will be like a voluminous business plan. Okay, so recently we are talking about the lean canvas. Lean, you all know, right? It's simple, or what to say, lean, you all know, right? Very thin. Okay, so the same thing, same principle, the lean canvas. One page business plan template. If you are ready with the business plan template, I'm going to show you in the next slide. You are ready to venture your start. Okay, so this plan, this lean canvas created by Ash Maurya, that helps you to deconstruct your idea into its key assumptions. Okay, 9 blocks or 9 parameters are there. If you are very clear with the 9 parameters, definitely you can set up your venture. Okay, so it is adapted from the Alex Astor-Valdez business model canvas and optimized for lean startups. Okay, so it replaces elaborate business plans with a single page business model. Okay, so elaborately people used to write the business plan. Okay, no need to go conventional thing, like with single page business model, we can do all the wonders. Only thing, you must be very confident with 9 parameters, that's it. Okay. So this is the lean canvas template. Okay, so this is the 9 parameters. Okay, if you see the 9 parameters are there. If you are very clear with this 9 parameters, definitely your idea, like you can go ahead with your venture. Okay, so first thing is problem statement. You have to define the problem statement. Okay, list top 1, 2, 3 problems. Okay, like list of the problems. What are the problems the customers or any stakeholders, you know, if it is related to healthcare entrepreneurship, list out what are the problems the patients are facing in the hospital. Okay, so that is the first thing you have to do. Okay, you have to define, you have to take some time to define the problem. Okay, and list existing alternatives. What are the alternatives are available? Okay, so if you are coming out with some technology based applications, okay, you have to identify who are the alternatives. You know, who are the alternatives providing the same kind of services. Okay, so you have to identify or define the problem statement is the first step. And what is the second step? Okay, so here you are defining the problem, and second step goes here, customer segments. Okay, so how we are going to segment your customers? Is the customer segment primarily B2B, business to business, B2C, you all know, business to consumer, or both. Okay, so you have to identify whether you are going to be a B2B or B2C or both. Okay, identify segment and niche and early adopters. Okay, like these are all the people you have to identify. Okay, so niche, that is you are going to a specialized your venturing idea will be very specialized, and your target customers, or these are all my target customers. Okay, so it's specialized one, or small segment of people you are taking instead of going for mass. Focus on a small segment, and those will be your target customers. You can able to reach them. And early adopters. Okay, early adopters are the people. They buy our product in earlier stages. Okay, like while venturing our ideas, they are the people they just try. Okay, so if any new product or services are coming up, these are the people they will utilize the service or purchase the product, and they will give you the feedback. Okay, those are the early adopters. People will be trying the new things in the market, whichever is coming. Few people will be like wait and watch. Okay, they take the feedback of the early adopters based upon the reviews given by them. For example, in Amazon, if you want to buy some expensive thing, okay, so what you will be people, as a customer, what you will be doing, you will be looking into the review, right? So based upon the review only, you will be buying the product. So these people, the early adopters, they started, they bought the product, they experienced the product, and they give the feedback. Okay, so those are the people, early adopters. Okay, and identify any user roles that will interact with this customer. Okay, so which platform you are going to use to interact with the customer. Okay, for this lean canvas also, I have an example or template with me. I will also share with you. Okay, so that is the customer segments. Okay, next move on to the third point, unique value proposition. What value you are going to create to your customers. Okay, you understood why the customers have to buy your product. A lot of product or services are available in the market. Okay, why the customer have to choose your product. Okay, so you have to create a unique value. No one is offering in the market. Okay, single, clear, compelling message that states why you are different and why you. Okay, so what is the worth after buying your product? What they are going to experience? What benefits they are going to have? Okay, so those things, this statement will talk about your product or service, unique value proposition, UVP. Okay, so this is the third step. And fourth one, solution. Okay, so what is the problem you identified here and list the top 3 features. What are the solutions your product or service is going to deliver to the customers? Okay, so this is the fourth step. And fifth step, channels. Okay, path to customer, how you are going to reach your customers. What are all the ways you are going to reach your customers? That is channels. Okay, and yeah, next, sixth one, revenue streams. Okay, so what is how you are going to generate your revenue? Okay, so the revenue model, you have to explain it here. And lifetime value. Okay, and coming to the cost structure, these are all things you all know, that's why I'm not emphasizing. And cost structure, customer acquisition cost. Okay, customer acquisition cost means like how much amount you are spending for each customer. Maybe you are spending some money in social media, like nowadays social media plays a vital role, right? You are spending some money in Facebook or LinkedIn, and your product will be, it will pop up, right? If you are watching the YouTube, right? In between the advertisements will come. That's how we used to create awareness, or we used to do the marketing, social media marketing. Again, it is another one big thing. Okay, so how much we are spending to acquire the customer? Okay, how much expenses? Cost is nothing but expenses. Okay, so how much I'm going to incur for acquiring the customer? And distribution cost. Okay, so what totally it focuses on expenses. How much expenses I'm going to incur? Okay, so those things we have to plot it here. Like I'm going to recruit some manpower, so the manpower, you have to pay some salary to them, and you are going to buy some materials. So those things, all the expenses will come under this cost structure. And key metrics, okay, key activities you measure. It must be measurable, right? Whatever the product or services you have, it must be measurable, right? So, for example, if I am coming up with some product, okay. So how much product I'm selling, okay? I'm coming up with some innovative mobile phones, okay? If I'm selling 100 mobile phone or 200 mobile phone, it is a key metrics, right? For RL service, okay? Like app-based, subscription-based model you are having, and how many subscriptions, how many number of customers, they purchase your application. For example, Netflix, right? So how much customers the Amazon have? It's a subscription-based model. Right? So these are all the key activities to measure ourselves. Okay. So those things we have to mention here. Okay. And final one, unfair advantage. Okay. Like we are creating a barriers or people are there to copycat. Right. So how we are going to create entry barriers to the people. Okay. So state why your solution can't be easily copied or bought. Okay, like you must have a strong statement. Okay, no one should copy your ideas. Okay, so that is unfair advantage. We are going to enjoy the, like we can also say as a monopoly, right? No one is there in the market, so he is going to enjoy the entire market. The same thing, same principle is here. Okay, no one can copy my idea. That's how you have to establish yourself. Okay, so that is unfair advantage. Okay, so these are all the 9 blocks or 9 parameters. If you have a clear idea about these things, definitely you can venture your ideas. Okay, So this is the template. Jairaj Shinna sir, shall I proceed, sir?
Yes, you can.
Yes, sir. So this is the value proposition canvas. Okay, so Airbnb you all know, right? So this is the template for Airbnb. Okay. So this is Oyo Rooms. It is an Indian-based model adopted from this Airbnb. Okay. So this is the template of Airbnb. Okay. So hard to find. What is the problem statement? Hard to find cheap or affordable accommodation options when traveling. You know, people were finding very difficult when they are traveling to other places. They have to spend more money for their accommodation. Okay, so this is the first problem statement. Okay, and staying in hotels, travelers cannot get authentic experiences of location. Okay, so the experiences, okay, sightseeing or they may not getting this kind of authentic experience. It's not easy for a homeowner to monetize vacant areas on a day-by-day basis. You know, if I have some, one or two houses in some places, it is not possible for me to look after those things. I have to depend on some brokers. Whatever he is saying, I have to listen to him, and I have to rent out my house or the apartment, whatever I have. It is not easy for a homemaker to monetize. Okay, it is very difficult for me to take care of those things. And uncultivated home sharing culture. If I have in other countries, if I have one house, I'll be renting out one room, and I used to make money out of it. Okay, so in our country we don't have such thing. Paying guest PG, likewise, they are also having. And this Airbnb, they have this kind of concept. If I have a house, I can rent out my one room or two room, it's up to the owner. Okay, so uncultivated home sharing culture, it is not there. Okay, these are all the problem statement. Okay, coming to the second one, first parameter is problem, and second one is customer segments. Travelers looking for an adequate accommodation experience for a low price. If I'm traveling to other places, okay, I'm looking for a low priced accommodation. Okay, so what they will be doing? So I'm the customer for the Airbnb or Oyo Rooms. Okay, people having some accommodation option to become a host. Okay, like someone is ready to share their house. Okay, so they are ready to host. Okay, so then those are the customer segment. Okay, so buyer seller perspective. Okay. And early adopters, people ready to share their residence and earn money as host. Okay, you understood? So this is the early adopters. And what is the third one? What is the third one? Yeah, here are the existing alternatives, booking.com and hotels.com. Okay, so these are all the existing alternatives or competitors. Sorry, I forgot to mention here. Okay, so booking.com or hotels.com, these are the existing alternatives. Okay. Yeah, coming to the next point, what is the third one? Channels, right? So reference, with the help of reference, they can able to reach the customers. Even Airbnb, in initial days, they had a very tough time. Okay, and recommendations. Okay, like based upon the recommendations and advertising both online and offline, they used to scale up. Okay, so these are all the channels Airbnb they used. Okay, and fourth one, solution, an online service that travelers can rent an affordable local apartment and home owners. Okay, like local, the travelers can make use of the local apartment or, the homeowners, they want to make extra money. They capture those owners and they partner with those people. Okay, by renting out vacant areas on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so this is the solution given by Airbnb. Okay. So first thing, problem statement, they define clearly and they identify the customer segments. And what is the third one? The channels. And fourth one, solution. What is the fifth one? Unique value proposition, right? So travelers can get authentic experience of local area. Okay, so they can able to experience the local sightseeing. Okay, so they can able to experience those things. And extra monetization of that vacant areas for homeowners. Okay, anyhow it is going to be idle one. So they capture this thing, and the homeowners are also get benefit out of it. Okay, so this was the unique UVP, unique value proposition. Okay, and what is the next one? Yeah, even they have the high level concept. Everyone can become a host. Anyone can, if they have an idle room or apartment or house, they can rent it out. And sharing economy. Okay, like sharing economy, like the Airbnb, they are going to make money out of it. The owner is also going to get benefit out of it, and the guest, they are also going to get benefit out of it. Okay, so this is the high level concept they adopted. Okay. Yeah. Next, revenue streams, fees for travelers. Okay, like collecting, they collect some fees, right? So that's how they used to generate the revenue. And cost structure, what are the expenses? Development. Okay, so they have to develop the application, they have to spend money for it, and marketing. Okay, so the channels I have mentioned, they have to spend some money to create the awareness about their venture. And insurance, okay, and hosting, payroll, okay, photography. Again, coming to the photography, they didn't even, initial days, they didn't even own the cameras. Initially they had some they went for the rental and they bought the cameras and they captured some images and it was posted in the website. But initial days, they find it very hard to pick the travelers. They had very tough time. Then they started what they did, the freelancers. Okay, like initially they recruited or they got the help from the freelancers. And slowly they developed, then they started having their business. Then they started buying cameras and all. Even entrepreneurship, we used to tell, don't go for buying some land, don't go for investment, heavy investment, like capital expenditure we used to tell in finance, right? So don't invest more money in buying equipments and buying land. Okay, go for a rental basis or lease basis. Okay, definitely you can make money. Once you establish yourself, then you can scale up. Okay, so that is the smart way of doing the entrepreneurship. Don't go buy, if you buy a land, most of the money will go for the land itself. If you are buying some equipment, that we are going to make a huge investment. So stop doing such things and go for a rental basis. Okay, once you scale up, once you establish, then you can go for have your own equipment or own land. Okay, even some hospitals are also adopted this kind of strategies. They go for a lease basis. Okay, then they set up the hospital and slowly, once they scale up, then they will buy the land, everything. Okay, yeah, this is the cost structure. And what are the key metrics? Number of views to booking per host. Okay, number of hosts applied. Okay, so these are all some of the key metrics. Okay, and the last one, unfair advantage. Travelers can get authentic experience of local. Yeah, I have discussed about unfair advantages also, right? Yeah, trust building, bi-directional rating system of host and visitors. Okay, the rating system based upon the rating or reviews. That travelers, they can make use of the or they can book the hotels. Insurance by default for host. Okay, so the insurance is there. Okay, so this is the Airbnb's lean canvas. If you are ready, or if you have you can able to plot this 9 parameters, definitely you become successful. Okay, so with this we come to an end. So this is the thing. Maybe I can share it in the chat box. Any questions you have? Any questions? I just summarized. So initially I started with the definition, the meaning of entrepreneurship and some of the stories of successful entrepreneurs. And later on we moved into the qualities of entrepreneur and 10-point checklist for entrepreneurial success. And I have also shared with you about the value proposition canvas and lean canvas. Okay, it's a video. I will post it in the chat box. Maybe you can watch it later. Thank you, sir, for giving me the wonderful opportunity. I hope I did the best. I inspired the participants. I hope so.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you for your wonderful speech. I hope in near future we can notice lot of entrepreneur from this group. Because of your words, they may take it as an advantage and they can use your words as their mantra and they can grow themselves for to become a healthcare entrepreneur. Thank you for your wonderful time share with us. And I this is the forum for
Thank you, sir.
this is the forum for participants, respondents. You can raise your doubts, clarifications, anything with Mrs. Priya.
I'm also mentoring few students in with their ideas.
Students, you can raise your.
You can approach me.
Yeah, you can continue, Priya. You can continue.
Yes, they can approach me, sir. Okay, Somasundram, he mentioned about Aravind Aikar.
Yeah.
Just now I'm seeing talks. Okay.
Feedback form is given for you. You just fill the feedback form at the end of the session. Every day feedback form will be given. Tomorrow, Mr. Somasundram will talk you regarding the strategic planning. Uh, by 5 o'clock, you have to join with us. Before that, before we have to conclude, please raise your questions because it's a thrive area at this COVID situation. Entrepreneurship, you have to. A lot of opportunities are there. Without any basic education, people are invented very wonderful things in healthcare. You know that the disabled patients, a person from Nagarkoil, he invented the bed without any education. Through his knowledge, he invented a bed. He got the patent right. That is the entrepreneurship skill. You have to develop yourself. You just ask your questions. Logesh,
Hello, sir.
yeah, you can raise your questions, Logesh. Can ask it, Priya.
Actually, the session was very thought-provoking. Actually, ma'am said about the three personalities. Really, it was inspirational.
Good.
Actually, I was motivated to read about them. I want to read about the three peoples, actually. So I was clear about what ma'am was said. I need to think about that.
Wonderful,
Really, the
wonderful.
session was very motivating. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lokesh. Like I want to create more entrepreneurs. This is the thing I used to share to my students also. I don't want to see you as an employee. I want to see you as an employer. That is the mantra I used to tell to my students.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. We will try.
Thank you, thank you. If you are all turning into entrepreneurs, you know, that is the success story we can say after attending this session.
And I have to register one thing. Madurai Kamaraj University is the backbone of first UA program, that is UA 2019. The students of Madurai Kamaraj University, they worked very well for that UA 2019, especially Mr. Moses and Moses and my student Krishna Sri from Dr. SMCSA. We cannot forget those people. And second program 2020, the entire Bonchakas College Tanjavur was working for that successful program. Actually, that was very success. Actually, before the first lockdown, we did that, conducted the program. I invite a person from Bonchakas College to ask some questions or clear your doubts or give your feedback. So Hela is there. Anybody from Bonchakas, please come on. And Natarajan sir, you can ask your doubts. He's very much interested in this colloquium. Natarajan.
Thank you, Somu. Thank you, Somu, for giving your feedback.
There is no any questions. Hey, yes, sir. Natarajan sir, come.
Sir, it is excellent session, sir. Thank you for this excellent session.
Thank you,
But
sir.
this entrepreneurship is mostly now it's app based. Most of the new entrepreneurship is app based now, sir. So the technology plays an important role in new entrepreneurship, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Technology-based applications are coming up on daily basis, on hourly basis, we can say, sir. A lot of innovations are happening, and it's going to transform the healthcare industry. The biomedical engineering equipments on day-to-day basis. Lot of advancements are happening due to this MRI, CT, robotic surgeries. We are talking about advanced equipment in healthcare. It is going to help the clinicians or the doctors in a major thing, like to identify the diagnosis exactly. It becomes easy. Nowadays we are talking about CT 512 slices, right? Initially it was with one slice. Nowadays we are talking about 512 slices, right? So these are all the advancement, happening in healthcare industry. It is going to benefit the patients also. Very complicated procedures are done in matters of time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You can raise your doubts in Tamil also. Whatever your mother tongue, Tamil, Malayalam, anything you can raise.
Malayalam, I know, sir. I can understand.
I can translate.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
Mangesh.
Hi, sir. So, what was the scope for non-clinical professions in healthcare business?
You can, franchisee model I have told you, right? Even you can take the franchisee. I know some of the MBA students in Anna University, they took up the franchisee. They just started with some 1 lakhs of money. They collected some 1 lakh or 2 lakhs of money. Okay, so four friends, they join together. They take up the franchisee model, like Gulfi treat, right? So they take up the franchisee model and they're quite successful. They are making money on monthly basis. They are making quite successful. Okay, so at least they are making some money out of it.
In my opinion, data is ruling the world. Data analytics.
Yes. Yeah, data analytics.
You can go for that. As a non-clinical person, you can go for that. You just develop a software. You just go like that. That is the innovative thing, na? Because artificial intelligence, the basic for the artificial intelligence is data analytics.
Yeah, you have to identify the problem first. That is the first thing. Without identifying the problem, you should not enter into the venture. Like you have to identify the problem. You have to talk to more number of people. Strangers, you have to talk to the strangers. If you are approaching your friends, relatives, if you come up with ideas, definitely, they pacify you and, it will not be helpful to you. You have to talk to the strangers. You must have guts to do that. Okay, observe, if you are going somewhere, you just do your observation. Okay, observe. In subconscious mind, you will have some ideas. Okay, just give a picture to it, and definitely you can come up with your ventures. And EDII, Entrepreneurship Development Innovation Institute, they are also promoting, they are also helping the budding entrepreneurs. They are giving a lot of opportunities, lot of loans are also available, Mudra loan, right? Without giving any security, the government is also promoting to support the entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs. Okay. Like you can keep in touch with me, and I can help you or guide you in that also.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes. You can approach me anytime.
Any questions? Shall we wind up the session? Once again, I thank you very much. I thank Priya for this valuable session. I thank Harni. I thank Somu for their active participation in this inaugural session. Thank you very much. We can join on tomorrow by 5 p.m. Indian time for Mr. Somasundaram's strategic planning session. Thank you very much for your active participation.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Priya.
Thank you so much. Harini? Good morning, Harini. You are there?
Yeah, she's there.
I think she muted. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. Come
Yes,
with lot
thank
of
you.
questions. Come with lot of questions, and so many people didn't join today. Those who registered, you just ask your friends, particularly in Bone Checkers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.